everybody. Welcome to Tea Time with Olive. And today I have the most beautiful young author. Her name is Denise Smith. And we were friends for a while on social media, on Facebook, and I had no idea. And we were following each other, and I just didn't know we had so much in common. So I'm really excited and happy to have that interview tonight with Denise. But before I introduce Denise and start our interview, I just wanted to say a few things to my followers. You know what? I just have to say thank you to all of you, to each one of you. But my list is so long, and I have so many social media pages that I cannot name every single one of you. But two people that I just want to mention their name is one is Vanessa and Pamela Brown, that they've been really supportive. They always, like and write comments on my posts. So I appreciate that. Thank you. And I also wanted to mention two pages on social media that I actually read, them very positive messages that I think we all need to just to hear it sometime. One, it's called Woman Inspiring Woman Networking. The other one is Woman Advancing Kingdom Efforts, which is Lakita Long. She has been on top of it. She has a lot of clips, a lot of messages, a lot of quotes that sometimes when I wake up first thing in the morning and I see something so positive, it really gives me a positive energy just to get up and thank God for what I have and appreciate what I have and start my day. So I just wanted to mention her because she's doing Lakita Long, she's doing a wonderful job on her page. And also, I do like to thank some of other business women that do follow me on my page. I do like networking. If you like me to share your business, please send me your information. I do have an interview on KGM1 on March 3rd, which we will be talking about the small businesses. So here we go with Denise Smith. Welcome to my show.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. Here we go. Tea time with Olive and Denise.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's exciting to have you, Denise.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Sure.
I really enjoyed meeting you.
And you know what? I watched a clip that you did on social media. So, and then I got a message from Reverend Harry Williams. He sent me a message about Denise, and I don't know, it's the same Denise. And so we're chatting, we're talking, and then I get a call from Denise, and we're still talking on the phone. No
Yes.
idea it's the same Denise. Then we meet. I'm like, oh, we know each other. So that was pretty exciting, I should say. So, what is one of the things that really inspired you that I would say that you started with this book?
Well, I saw something very tragic that happened right before my eyes, where it was a bicycler that was just getting off of the bus, and the very bus that he got off of hit him and ran over him, and it was just really tragic. So I said, I don't know what life has in store for me, but I said, I think I want to do more. So at that moment, all my different generations were talking to me, and different people with my mind were saying, what are you going to do? What are you going to do with your life?
Right.
So then I decided I want to write
It's
a book.
like an eye-opening, right? It
Yes,
hits you. And I apologize. I did not ask Denise to go ahead and introduce herself and tell you, audience, that who she is. One of the reason is because I really want you guys to get this book, because when I read this book, I went up to chapter 32, I should say, and I'm looking so forward tonight to finish the rest of it. We all have stories. We all have stories. We all have our... Most of us, I think I should say, it's either our grandparents or somebody in the family that really inspired you and was, that opened your eyes in a lot of different ways. I mean, I love education. I love that a lot of people that have that passion of going to school. But sometimes, I'm not discouraging nobody, but school is not for everybody. And some of our grandparents didn't have that opportunity to go to school, but the way they talk, the knowledge that they have, it's amazing. It's in the books now.
Yes.
Right?
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
It is. Yes.
So your grandmother was another woman that I should say that had great words, and that's what got my attention. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about your book.
Well, it's really one woman's journey to empowerment. I've come from Hunters Point Bayview in San Francisco, and I believe that my life could have turned any way. But fortunately, my grandmother didn't let me play outside. So fortunately, I didn't know what area I lived in. But really, I've really learned some really good lessons from her. Just the teachings of knowing how to work and how to take care of yourself and how to just really care for yourself and have somebody that loves you so you could love yourself and just really do positive things. And it was always something that she never let me say I can't do something. She always said, don't tell me how you can't do something. Tell me how you can. And figure it out, and don't just be discouraged. But her lifestyle of working as a maid really made me want to do so much more with my life. So I wanted to buy things for her, and I wanted to, as she did the things that she did, I would always find myself kind of just gazing at her saying, boy, when I make a lot of money, I want to buy her a trailer and I just want to take her around. And she would always say, that would be good. And she was always the one that encouraged me. She was always the one that said, you're going to be a star. You're going to be a star.
She sure was right about that. You sure are a star.
Very encouraging.
And I always say, I live for a legacy. I think legacy is so important to me. And when we went to this past weekend, I went to Las Vegas with a good friend of mine, also my attorney, Lona Amin. And we met this other couple. And when we were talking with this couple, this conversation, I'm a talker. I could talk forever. And everybody knows I could talk. So we're sitting across this couple, and they said that, why are you late? I said, well, I got hooked to this book. I started reading this book. And they're like, what was so interesting about the book? I said, because my grandmother used to tell me, when you handshake with somebody and as soon as you introduce yourself, they should be able to talk about their background, like, where they come from, what their last name means. And, that's what interests me about the book. I mean, the story in your book started all the way from Arizona with how the grandparents for generation, how they end up here. And today you're in Oakland. And that was what was interesting to me. So I really do encourage a lot of people that if you don't know your background, you should dig in, find out, how they say a family tree. It's good to know. It's actually interesting. You feel full knowing that where you come from, And in your case, your grandmother, great messages in there. So before we move on, I'm going to go ahead and actually slide in a music video. Hopefully you guys enjoy. And then when you come back, we'll continue.
You kept a smile and promised to never walk away. There may have been times during your struggles. Every time they opposed, you never looked puzzled. You told me it takes not one but two. Listen to the clue. I will be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're a world hero? And everything I want in my destiny. Now I can treat the whole world like the ocean's last pearl. For it is our home, our land, our world. Despite all the obstacles you paved the way, managed to give the people to hear what you have to say. Your beautiful face without a name for so long. Your beautiful smile hides the pain, pain, and it might have appeared to go unnoticed, but your fame is right here in our hearts. We want you to know we know the truth. It ain't easy for you. We know you're still here because you love the work you do. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I dreamed I could be. Now I can treat the whole world like the last ocean's pearl, for it is our home, our land, our world. Did I ever tell you you're my world hero? You're everything, everything I wanted, my destiny. And I can fly higher than a eagle, for you are the wind beneath.
You're the hero of the world. I wanna take my wings and fly with you. You're the hero of the world. I wanna take my wings and fly with you. You're the hero of the world.
And you, I wanna spread my wings with you and touch the sky. You're the hero of the world. And you, I wanna spread my wings no more goodbyes. With you, thank God for you. You're the hero of the world.
Rags to Real Estate is the beginning and the journey of my life.
Denise's story is uplifting because she was able to stay focused on transitioning while everything else was about settling.
I remember the beginning of the process, she and I going to a little coffee shop, just discussing the dimensions of her life, and I was just fascinated by her insights and her journey. One day she came and picked me up and we went to Baby Hunters Point, and she pointed out the different areas and said, this is where this might have taken place, this is where I live with my family. And when you saw where she lived and some of the things that took place in those places began to register, I said, wow, this book really is about somebody's rise from a very difficult situation to a much better situation.
Denise's story isn't just about selling real estate. It's about finding the inspiration within you to do what you want to do with your life.
Denise has been a person from the very beginning that I can say has been herself, has been very loyal, as someone that I could trust. We were very, very young when we purchased our first home, and she worked with our criteria, and we've been in this house for over 19 years thanks to her. And I marvel at all the accomplishments that she's done.
Denise is a tremendous role model because she actually lives the life that she's calling people to live. She's not writing to you from behind a desk.
I think it's going to be empowering for young people to read her story and to learn that they too no matter what their beginnings were, no matter where they came from, no matter what trouble they may have had in their lives or experienced, that all of that can be overcome. She was able to, with her fortitude, go on and become the person that she is today, who is not only successful, but she's a role model, she inspires other people, and she is God-fearing as well.
I hope that people find in the book motivation. I hope they find inspiration. And I hope that they find that they can do so much more with their life. I know that you have a purpose in your life, that you could dream big dreams. You could do more than you ever thought about. And even though you feel you have zero resources, you have a lot of resources available to you. You just need to seek them out.
Welcome back. So Denise, during the break, we're talking about the book. There's not enough to say about this book. Everybody should get a copy. Can you, Denise, tell our audience where can they find your book?
Sure, they can go on Amazon.com or they can look up my website, from rags to realestate.com.
And you could get the book. And at the bottom of the page, we will have the website, so it's easier for you to get the book. Do you want to talk a little bit about the woman in real estate world? How was that experience for you?
Well, a realtor and a real estate person being in the real estate industry is different. It is different. It is, I always feel like sometimes we are in a man's world.
Right.
Therefore, sometimes there are a lot of ladies, though, that are selling real estate right now.
Right.
But I find that as a broker, and a business owner, I find that it's fewer in between.
Right.
But as long as you work hard, you will be able to achieve your dreams. You'll be able to achieve it. It's just that you just have to work a little harder sometimes. You have to really stay on the track and stay on your goal. And even, we were talking about making a certain amount of money.
Right.
It's just do what you love, and I love selling real estate. So whoever I encounter, whether it's a customer, whether it's a broker, whether it's a male that owns a company and maybe he has a great big ego, it's okay. Because no matter what, I'm going to do what I love.
True. That's true. And I think it's a good time to mention Grandma's coat, the beautiful coat.
Oh, yes. I was always taught, when one day I was walking up the street, and it is in the book, where she was a maid. So we used to walk up the crookedest street in the world on Lombard. And every day, from catching the bus and walking up the street, and I would always say to her, I don't want to be a maid. I don't want to be a maid, not even my own. And she would say, baby, you're going to have to, do something for yourself one day.
Right.
So she said, when times are good, you work. When times are bad, you work. When times are okay, you work. She said, baby, your troubles will begin the day you stop working. So I haven't stopped.
That is
I started
so
at
true.
14,
That is
and
so true.
I haven't stopped, and I love what I do, and I'm just thankful.
And you did mention in the book that you started, when Denise was talking about, she started in 70s, I believe you said, right?
79.
79. And I looked at her and I said, I was thinking, was she 6 when she started real estate?
Very young. I was actually very young. I started when I was 14.
Wow.
So it's amazing.
Wow, that is amazing.
And I just stayed in it. I mean, I started as a processor and as a secretary, I was doing direct mailers. I would mail out different mailers, and that was exciting to me. But I went to school with the 4-4 plan, where you go to school for 4 hours, you work 4 hours, and then you get credit for it. So it was a summer job, my first intern summer job that I received, and I just stayed in it. Started out in finance, and then worked my way to in terms of the banking industry, and then after that, I received my real estate license.
Step by step, and you
I got
learned
my
so
broker's
much.
license, and I opened my company, Royal Realtors.
Wow! So you do have your own company.
Yes, Royal Realtors and Loan Services.
All right. So again, we're gonna have that information in the bottom of the page and behind us, because Denise has done so much all these years to be successful. And then I think I want to thank you for writing this book, because this is something that probably a 15 or 16-year-old girl that wants to grow up and confused, don't know what to be, probably be a great mentor. Do you see yourself as a mentor? I see yourself as a mentor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. No,
Sure.
I love young ladies that I can empower and encourage
Right,
and
right.
inspire. And I
Right.
really would love for them to just be put on fire for
Right.
doing something that they like to do. Because
Right.
everybody, when I go to different schools and I've gone to juvenile halls and spoke at different places, you know, when I go to the different schools, they'll ask the question, how much money do you make? And it all depends on what school you go to. If you go to a school where they're private school, they make more money, you know, their parents make a little more money, so they want to know, how much money do you make? But when you
Right.
go to a school where it's not a private school, it's a
Right.
public school, they don't even barely want to listen to what you have to say. So I believe that it's your teaching from your upbringing and who you involve your life with. So because it's really not about how much money you make. It's about what do you like to do,
Right.
and do that well,
Right.
and the money will come. The money will follow.
Well, the lifestyle in today's world, unfortunately, I keep talking about this because my first major was child development. And, you know, unfortunately, the kids are so involved in all of the IT world, I should say, you know, with the phones, with iPads and this and that. To have all that kind of stuff, it's cost money and it's a luxury life. Well, for us, we played on the street, or we had friends, or, you know, it was different world. So we wanted to grow up to do something that we liked. In today's world, everybody asks, like, well, what makes more money so I could do that? And they don't enjoy what they do. So one of the questions I guess I even have for myself, because 2008 was such a rough and hard year for a lot of people that lost a lot of homes and businesses. What would be your advice to our fans or followers to look for when they're looking for real estate?
Well, there's all kinds of programs that are available right now that you can buy real estate, whether it's, if you're a first-time buyer, they will, if you haven't bought a property within 3 years, or in '08, if there was a foreclosure, then I'm sure that you could have reestablished your credit. So I would ask for first-time buyer programs. They have them with every bank and every city, that pretty much in all cities you can investigate first-time buyer programs, just so that you can see. Because right now the rates are at their all-time lowest. So there's so much opportunity for you right now. Even though the values seem a little higher, there's still a lot of opportunity. FHA is a wonderful way to look at property if you were a veteran. A VA is always good as well, but conventional financing. But there's all different ways to help you to finance your property. So really investigate and look at what, you know, find a realtor that you like to work with, someone that you feel comfortable, and that you know that they'll have your best interest at heart. And then from there, you know, go out and start looking at property. But number one, go to a bank, get pre-qualified.
That's the number one
sometimes,
thing.
sometimes
true.
you'll be looking at property that you can't
You
qualify
can't
for, and that's
yeah.
kind of disturbing.
Don't hurt
So,
yourself.
Yes, exactly. That can
Right.
be disturbing.
So we're going to go ahead and
Yes.
go on another music break, and then as soon as we come back, we're going to talk about some more fun stuff.
I'm taking applications. I got a few questions. You want a woman like me, intelligent, sexy, got a home, but Jagger won't keep. Around the world, but once, but twice. It stops right here. Let me give you some advice. Wanna get this straight while you're sitting. You never know what the hell you're getting. Looking like a president, wanna be like 50 Cent, disguised as a man of distinction. I got a few questions. I got a few questions. No need to lie to me. opposite sea. With a heart full of gold, you want my precious time, my honey and my wine. Whatever happened to that very first dine? You wanna take my kindness, take my kindness for weakness, creeping like a predator, looking for a love score. You're a fool in desperation. To know me. And for your information, possibility is good. Reviewing a brother like I should. I'll take my time to make it right. Don't you hear me, boy? Oh, I feel the energy. It's tight. Let's see if this can last all night. So whisper in my ear what I wanna hear. Erase all my fears. If you want a promotion, get your act in order. If you want a promotion, you gotta act right. If you want a promotion, if you want a promotion, gotta talk right. If you want a promotion, if you want a promotion, get your act in order. And all the above, you gotta be right, sit tight, talk right, act right, live right, love right, all night. Be mine.
Welcome back. So, Denise, I know there's an event coming up soon.
Yes.
It's on the 30th?
Yes, it's
Okay.
January 30th
Uh-huh.
at 3 o'clock, and it's at the West Oakland Library. And we're talking about real estate, we're talking about the book, but we're also talking about gentrification and talking, we like to say unify, don't gentrify. So we're trying to pull people together to try to keep their properties, and not only that, just learn more about real estate in West Oakland and all over Oakland, because Oakland is just a wonderful place to invest. Oakland has some wonderful areas, and I just really enjoy Oakland. So I think that Oakland has wonderful opportunities. So I think that the West Oakland Library is a place. I've spoke at the main library. I've spoke at different libraries, but the West Oakland Library, I think watching it change so much that I think the librarian there has asked me to speak, and I'm really happy about being able to do that.
Great. So don't miss it. It's going to be on the 30th. What time?
At 3 o'clock.
At 3 o'clock.
West Oakland Library.
West Oakland. I
Right
will
next
be
door to
there.
Good.
I'll be there, and I'm looking forward to it. Yes, Oakland is beautiful. I'm witness of that. Oakland's beautiful, and there's a lot of room for real estate and investments. And looking forward to that. What do you do for your hobbies, Denise, in Oakland?
You know, I'm an ordained deacon of Allen Temple Baptist Church.
Okay.
So I do a lot of church. I definitely serve. I'm a faithful servant, because I believe that if you serve enough needs, your needs will be serviced too. So from
That
the
is so
Einstein
true.
rule, but then you also know that, you know, it's your maker and you got to serve. It's important that you serve.
sure
So
do.
for my hobbies, when I find time to be able to do it, I
Right.
like to run the lake. And, you know, I love to go and just walk the lake and go and see beautiful things. Just look at beautiful places in Oakland. There's some waterfalls and some really nice areas in Oakland that I just like to just venture out. Just to be able to take it in.
Yeah, it's so
Yes.
beautiful. I mean, it has so many different areas that I actually have it on my, one of my favorites on my email, that every time something happening in Oakland, I just get an email, and there's so much happening. If it's Jack London Square area, if it's around the lake, there's so many. And the first Friday of the month, they have events for arts and music
They
and
do.
outdoor. It's just a beautiful life.
It
You
really
got to
is.
visit it. And so by end of finishing the show, I just wanted to encourage you, get the book. The book is beautiful. It is on Amazon, right? It is on Amazon.
And then you contact my website too.
Yes, if you like to get the book before the 30th, or actually, are you gonna have the books on the 30th?
Yes.
Okay, well, come and get the book and get an autograph. There you go. Yes, so get the book. I'm special. I got a book with the autograph.
Yes.
So thank you so much,
Oh,
Denise,
thank
for
you very
coming to
much.
Tea Time with Olive.
course.
And we're looking forward to next show. If you have any questions to Denise, if you want to contact her, all her information will be in the bottom of the page. Probably if you need some advice maybe or referral, if you have a referral about real estate or if you have questions, she's good on social media. Yeah, she's good on social media. Or you could inbox me or you could send directly to her email. Thank you very much and have a wonderful evening or day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.